I'm pretty sure you've seen those hours-long YouTube automation courses before that are made with an AI voiceover, but trust me, this one isn't like any of them. I've been doing YouTube for over 4 years, made more than $60,000, and pulled tens of millions of views, and all of that happened because I learned things most people never even talk about. So instead of wasting your time, I put everything into a clean A to Z blueprint that shows you click by click how to build your own successful faceless YouTube automation channel, from finding your niche, to building your faceless channel from scratch, to using free AI tools to do the work for you. It's all laid out. This is the exact guide I wish I had when I started. And honestly, it's the only one that you'll need moving forward. And no, this isn't some tutorial for an AI slop low quality channel that gets banned like all the ones these gurus keep teaching. What I'm showing you is legit, has been working for years, and will keep working long after this video. So without any more yapping, let's get into it. I've made over $43,000 with just one of my faceless YouTube automation channels, and the biggest reason for that success was the niche I chose. Now, it took me years of trial and error to figure out the best way to find profitable niches. But today, you don't have to waste 4 years learning what I did, because I'm about to give you a full list of 10 hot niches that are working right now, and will keep working well into next year. And no, I'm not talking about those low-quality AI slop niches that get demonetized by YouTube. I'm talking about legit proven niches that anyone can start today and scale up to $5,000 a month or even more. On top of that, later in the video, I'll reveal to you how I managed to always escape the 0-view jail on all of my channels. I've never seen anyone share this kind of info you'll find in this video. And the niches I'm about to reveal, hardly anyone even knows about them. So without any more yapping, let's get right into it. Let's start with the first niche, and that is the boxing compilation niche. This one's pretty interesting since the channel's top video got over 2 million views in only 10 days, which is just crazy for a new channel to pull off. This channel just puts clips from boxing matches and literally just adds a voiceover commentary on top of them. It's as simple as it sounds like. The voiceover he uses is generated using AI, and most of the channels you'll see in this video use an AI voiceover with the tool 11 Labs, which just makes it easier for you to create the videos. The only thing you really need to watch out for with this niche is copyright, because you can't just throw up raw clips and expect to be safe. To make sure your videos fall under fair use, you want to add plenty of editing, cuts, voiceover, background sounds, and all those little elements that transform the content into something new. The next niche in our list is the gaming explainer niche. Basically, this channel blew up just by uploading videos that explain different things in Call of Duty. The interesting part is that this channel didn't even invent this style. They actually copied it from a super popular channel that explains stuff using paint. That's the beauty of this format. It's already proven to work, and you could apply it to almost any game. You don't have to stick with Call of Duty. You can use the same exact approach for League of Legends, CSGO, or even GTA. In fact, there's already a channel doing this for GTA, and it blew up too. That just shows how crazy powerful a copy and paste format can be when it's executed well. If you'd like me to walk you through the entire process of creating videos in this niche from A to Z, let me know in the comments. Anyways, the third niche in our beautiful list is the vintage planes niche. Now, this might sound oddly specific, but that's exactly why it works. There's a whole audience who love learning about old planes, their history, fun facts, and even the stories behind how they were used in wars or by different countries. One channel jumped into this niche just last month, and get this, they've already made over $3,000. Not bad for a brand new channel, and the crazy part is, they're not doing anything complicated. The videos are simply a mix of plane clips, an AI-generated voiceover, and a script that was written with ChatGPT. You write a script with AI, pair it with clips of vintage planes, and then put a clean AI voiceover on top. For editing, you could just use CapCut since the editing here is very simple. It's really that easy when you use AI to pretty much do all the work for you. Niche 4. Super long sleeping documentaries. This channel uploads almost every day, and all they do is post hour-long documentaries that help people fall asleep. And they did it with just some stock footage and an AI voiceover reading a script. And yes, this is actually monetizable. YouTube only demonetizes the really lazy stuff, like looping AI images with no effort. But when you add a voiceover, some footage, and a bit of structure, it counts as real content, and it pays. To give you an idea, this channel made over $6,000 last month with an RPM of around $8. The big advantage is that the videos are super long. Since they're an hour or more, YouTube can run way more ads, which means more money. So just one video going viral could carry the channel for the whole month. The best part is how simple it is to copy. You can use ChatGPT to write a relaxing script on pretty much any topic. History, science, nature, you name it. Turn it into an AI voiceover. Throw in some stock footage, and that's basically it. Everyone sucks at sleeping, so this niche will never die. Niche 5. Prison documentaries. Basically, this channel talks about popular prisons in different countries, and makes documentaries about them. What's cool about this niche is that there are infinite topics to talk about, plus the thumbnails this channel uses are pretty simple and easy to make. Now obviously it does require some editing and some effort in the writing, but it's definitely worth it since this channel started just 3 weeks ago and have already got over 2 million views. If you don't know how to edit or write the content yourself, you can just hire someone to do it for you and save time. Niche 6. Business documentaries. This channel right here pulled in over 2 million views just by talking about money and finance. The coolest part about this niche is the RPM. They can get really high, sometimes reaching $10, because advertisers pay generously here. That means you'll end up making more money per view. What's even better is you don't need any finance expertise at all. You can simply use ChatGPT to generate the content for you. All that's left for you to do is to edit, make thumbnails, and upload. Niche 7. Animated self-improvement. This niche is quite interesting since the self-improvement space just never dies and keeps getting views forever. This channel didn't invent some rocket science new niche and didn't even make new ideas. He simply took the content that had already gone viral and remade it with his own style, like his animated editing style and the unique character he uses in all his videos. It's a smart strategy and one you can actually copy. Niche 8. Gun documentaries. Now I know this sounds kind of weird, but this channel literally just talks about shooting and guns inside movies and TV shows and gets insane amount of views considering the fact that it started just about a month ago. The crazy thing is, the editing isn't anything special. All they're doing is taking some clips, throwing a voiceover on top, and that's it. You don't need to be a movie nerd or know a lot about guns either. You can literally let AI do most of the work and fact check for you. ChatGPT can write the scripts, give you ideas for video topics, even break down details from different movies. Then you just run that script through 11 labs, put the clips together, and upload. Simple as that. Niche 9. TV show documentaries. We've seen a lot of documentary style channels in this video, but this one really stands out as the best. This channel keeps getting consistent views with this clean format making documentaries about popular TV shows. Just last month alone, they made over $12,000, which is insane for a single channel to pull off. And the best part is, you could apply the exact same idea to other TV shows, not just Dexter. Sure, this niche does take some editing skills, writing, and an understanding of the show you're covering, but honestly, if you watched any TV show before, you can make it work. Niche 10. Yacht documentaries. This channel has an RPM of $9, and that is one of the highest RPMs a channel could get, especially for a channel that uses AI for pretty much everything. That means the cost of production stays super low, while the profit margin is ridiculously high. The coolest thing about this niche is that it's evergreen. It's not something that dies out quickly, but keeps pulling in views year after year. There are literally endless topics that you could cover here, and with AI, it's easier than ever. Just use ChatGPT to write your scripts, run them through 11 labs for the voiceover, and even generate thumbnails and visuals with AI. By just making a couple long videos and uploading them, you can easily get $5,000 a month with the right execution. But now, when you'll actually go there and upload your first few videos, this is usually what happens. This zero view jail is exactly why 99% of people quit YouTube and just call it a scam. But don't worry, I got a simple fix, and that is using what's called an aged account. An aged account is basically an old YouTube account that's been around for anywhere from 3 to 15 years. The reason this works is simple. YouTube doesn't trust brand new channels. It wants to protect the platform from bots and spammers. So when you're just starting out, your videos barely get recommended. But with an aged account, YouTube already trusts it because it's been around for so long without issues. That trust helps your videos get recommended to way more people right from the start. So where do you get one? I get asked this a lot, and honestly, the only site I recommend is monetized profiles. They've been around for years, and they're the only trusted source I'd use, because if you're going to invest in a channel you'll use for years, you want it set up properly. I'll leave a link to it in the description below if you want to check it out. Now, getting an aged account isn't the only way to break out the zero view jail. There are more advanced methods too, like boosting your trust score, avoiding things that flag your channel, and setting up your entire YouTube system the right way. I go into all these strategies in detail inside my community, Faceless Hustlers. It's a place I built to help people like you grow successful AI YouTube automation channels from start to finish and finally get results like I do. If you're interested, click the link below to join. I've got everything you need in there to finally make it with YouTube. And that was it for today's video. Pablo was here. This channel uploaded only 12 videos, but they made over $5,000 just with these 2-minute self-improvement faceless videos. These other channels followed the exact same strategy, and they get millions of views and print thousands of dollars in this niche. What's crazy is that it only took me about 30 minutes to create a video similar to theirs using completely free AI tools. So in today's video, I'm going to copy their entire strategy and show you A to Z how to exactly build a channel like that using free AI tools, with steps that literally anyone can take. From picking viral topics to editing videos just like theirs, and even tricks they use to get views without getting shadow banned. And not only that, because by the end of the video I'm going to reveal a secret monetization method that literally anyone could follow to print up to $10,000 a month in this niche. I'm not bullshitting here. I've actually used this strategy myself to make videos that print me thousands of dollars and even tens of thousands. Now before I get into the tutorial, I just want to mention that we'll be using a lot of prompts and links in this video. That's why I made a step-by-step document that has everything you'll need for this tutorial to work. It's 100% free and you'll find it below. Anyways, to get started, we first need to set up our channel branding the right way. So step 1, the unique branding. The branding on this niche is very unique and clean, and if you see these channels, you'll see exactly what I mean. So let me show you exactly how to design a similar brand using Canva. First, the name of your channel. You don't want to spend more than 1 minute on this because it's the most stupid thing you could do. So just use this prompt I left for you in the document. Hit generate, then choose a name. Next, we need a logo. For that, we're going to use Canva. So log into your Canva account, then search up a YouTube profile picture and start a new design. From there, choose a color to be your theme. For me, I'll go with green. Then set it as your background. Then you're going to write the name you went with just like this. It doesn't have to be more complicated. And the same goes for your banner. So search up YouTube banner, start a new design, and set a color just like I did here. Then you're going to write here anything you think would fit as long as it looks clean. Lastly, simply download it as a PNG, and as you can see, you now have a full channel branding done. Now this is the part that builds your audience, but what a lot of people face a problem with is getting views in the first place. You see, a problem I faced a lot when I started doing YouTube automation was using wrong accounts for my channel, which ended up getting me 0 views and 0 impressions. But when I discovered aged accounts and started using them, the results were like this. Now aged accounts are just accounts that have been up on YouTube for a very long time, ideally 2 to 15 years. And the reason these accounts get faster engagement and explode on views is simply because YouTube trusts them more and ranks them as real people and not bots. But when you start a new account, YouTube doesn't trust you at first, so you have to wait for some time to start getting good views. Now a lot of people ask me, where do I get these accounts? So I did some digging and eventually came across this site called Monetize Profiles. I'll leave a link below in case you want to check it out. Though I want to say that you could still make this work with your normal YouTube account, but it just takes a little bit more time for YouTube to trust you. Buying one of these accounts is just to save time and get views as fast as possible. Anyways, enough yapping, I think it's now time for the next step in the process, and that is picking a winning topic to start with. Believe it or not, if you pick the wrong topic for your video, then you're pretty much set to fail from the start. Your topic needs to have 2 things to go viral in this niche. First, it has to be unique. To stand out in this niche and beat your competition, you have to come up with something unique and different from other self-improvement videos. If your topic is the same as other 1,000 videos, why are people going to click on your video? Look at the topics of this channel, for example. Notice how they're unique and different from other generic self-improvement content? The second thing that makes a viral topic is that it solves a specific problem. You have to focus on a specific problem and solve it. That could be charisma, communication skills, or confidence. It doesn't matter, you just have to be specific. Now, lucky for you, you don't have to worry about this because I've already prepared for you a prompt that will basically generate for you a list of topics that fit this criteria. All you have to do is copy it from the step-by-step document and paste it into ChatGPT, then hit generate. After that, you'll be given a list of topics, so just go over all of them and pick the ones you want to go with. Once that's done, now you're ready to start moving on to writing a script for that topic. This step is super simple since ChatGPT is going to do all the work for us. Simply copy the next prompt and paste it in the same chat. Then write in the topic you're going with in this box right here. Now before I hit generate, I do want to mention that this prompt will give you about 2 to 4 minutes just like the reference channel, but you can really change that number to whatever you like, even 8 minutes works. So now hit generate. As you can see, the script is written within seconds. With AI, it's really freaking easy to do things. Now with the script ready, it's time to give it a sexy voiceover. For this part, you don't have to worry about recording the voiceover yourself, because even if your voice isn't that good, you can still generate voiceovers that sound very human and realistic using this AI tool called 11 Labs. So once you log into 11 Labs, the first thing you want to click on is the Voices tab in the top left corner. That's where you'll find a whole list of voices you can play around with and click on any one of them to hear how they sound. You can find good voices like that, but for me, I just like to use the filters tool instead. So I'm going to set it to a British accent and make sure it's a young man. But most importantly, make sure to choose high quality voices, because these are the ones that sound so realistic, even my 10-year-old brother won't tell if it's AI. So once your filters are set, scroll through the results until you find a voice you like. When you do, just click Use Voice right here. Now, all that's left is to paste your script into the box, click Generate, then download the final voiceover. And just like that, you got your voiceover ready, which means now it's time to move on to editing the actual video. Now, most of you probably think it's going to be a headache to find movie clips for these videos, but the truth is, there's actually some free websites where you can download them in just a few clicks. One thing I do want to mention though is that when you're editing, make sure to keep each clip between 1 to 5 seconds max. That's exactly what this channel is doing right here. And the reason is simple. Movies are super strict when it comes to copyright. But if you only use a few seconds from each clip, it usually falls under fair use, so you won't get hit with copyright claims. Now, I'm just going to head over to this website, which you'll find linked in the step-by-step document, and download a few clips to show you how I edit them. Once you spend some time getting your clips, the next step is to edit everything together into one full video. For this part, we're going to use CapCut. It's free, beginner-friendly, and you don't even need the pro version to follow along. So go ahead and create an account, then start a new project. First thing you want to do is import all the assets we generated earlier. Next, change the aspect ratio to 16:9 so it fits the long-form YouTube format. After that, drop your voiceover into the timeline just like this. Now before we move on, there's something really important you need to fix right away, and a lot of people leave in all the dead spaces in the voiceover, and that completely kills the flow of the video. All you gotta do is zoom in, find those dead spaces, and cut them out using the cut tool and delete them. And then just repeat that for all the other pauses, so your video feels tighter, faster, and way less boring. Next, we're gonna start matching the clips with the voiceover to make everything feel smooth. To do that, just listen to the voiceover. Then drop in your first clip to match the first line like this. Then do the same for the next line, cutting out any unnecessary parts if needed. Now here comes the fun part, adding text to the clips, the part that makes these channels unique and fun to watch. This step is super important, and honestly, it's a huge reason why their videos stand out so much. So first, click on the text tab and add a new text box. Now what you're going to want to do is go word by word with the voiceover and write each one out. Start with the first word like this, then the next one, and between every word, add a cut. By the end, the final version should look something like this. Before we move on, let's quickly customize the text so it actually looks nice and clean. Pick the first word, then choose a font you like from this box. I'm going to go with this one and keep it white. Then add a little shadow behind it just like this. Now repeat the same process for the rest of the words and then move on to the other clips. After a few minutes, you have your text looking solid and clean. But we're not done yet, because this video still feels incomplete without one very important thing: sound design. Without it, the video just feels empty and boring. To fix that, we're going to add some sound effects to the text animations so everything pops up and feels way more alive. And lucky for you, I made this step super easy, and I'll put together a 100% free sound effects pack with all the ones you'll need. Just click the link below and it'll be sent to you instantly. I downloaded a few from there and dropped them under the timeline, placing each one where it fits the best, like this. So here's what the final video looks like.
Most people talk too much. They over-explain, overshare, overperform, thinking if they say enough, they'll finally be liked.
Now, the last thing left is to export your video. Make sure your export settings are exactly like this. And then you're good to go. But even with all that done, there's still one final part left, and without it, you're basically not going to get any views at all. That's the packaging of your video. I've had some videos that have gotten millions of views and print me thousands of dollars, and that was simply because I knew how to make good packaging for my videos. And by packaging, I just mean the title and thumbnail of your video. If you have the best video in your niche but have a trash thumbnail, you're not going to get views, no matter what. Now, if you check out the thumbnails from these channels in this niche, you'll notice that they're super creative, but still really simple to make. So I'm going to show you how to do the exact same thing and design a thumbnail just like theirs using Canva. First, log into your Canva account, search for YouTube thumbnails, and start a blank page. Since our branding color is green, I'm going to go ahead and set the background to green just like this. Next, let's add some elements that represent what the video is about. I'll search up for something related right here in the search bar, drop in a few elements like this, and then turn them white to match this style. Now it's time to add the text. Head over to the text tab and click Add Heading. From here, write something that's interesting and makes people want to click. Then customize the text with a bold, clean font and stretch it across the thumbnail so it really stands out. After that, just resize everything, make sure it looks all balanced, and then download your thumbnail as a PNG file. Super simple, right? I've actually made more thumbnails using this exact style with different variations. So you just need to be a little creative with it like I did here. Now at this point, we've made the full video from start to finish, but there's still one last step in this strategy, and without it, you're not going to make any money from your YouTube channel. We're going to talk about the secret monetization method. Now, yeah, you could make some good money with just YouTube ad revenue, but what most people don't know is just by adding this simple thing is that your channel could 10x your income without doing more work. And that's achieved by what's called digital products. Digital products are stuff like ebooks, editing packs, courses, and paid communities, and they're really great for two reasons. First, you don't have to deal with all the headaches of shipping, product cost, or any of the stuff that comes with physical products. Second, you create the product once and it keeps making you money passively forever. So what kind of product works best for this niche? I recommend starting with ebooks first. All you gotta do is pick a specific problem for your audience to deal with, like social anxiety, fear of public speaking, stuff like that, and create a simple ebook that helps solve it. Then you just promote it in your videos. Take this channel, for example. He talks about communication skills and talking to women, then sells a course and a couple of guides. And clearly, it's working for him, and it makes way more money than relying on YouTube ad revenue alone. If you want to know exactly how to build a digital product step by step, you can join my free Discord community where I'll show you exactly how and answer any questions you have. Click the link below to join, and don't forget to subscribe to Pablo, the sexiest man doing YouTube in this world. That's it for today's video. See ya. This Monkey Finance Explainer channel already made over 16K. And all they're really doing is uploading 5-minute faceless YouTube videos. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how they're doing it step by step, and how you can copy the same exact strategy to build your own faceless YouTube channel that could make you a couple $1,000s every single month. I'll show you how to generate drawings like theirs using AI, how to put together a full animated video, and even how to create thumbnails and custom characters using free tools. But that's not all, because I'm also going to expose the 2 secret methods they're using, and I'm using 2 to have RPMs higher than average, which can sometimes go up to $18. I'm not just talking here. I've actually built channels myself that made thousands following these strategies, with a single video making me 19.3 thousand euros. And the only reason I was able to do that is because I knew a few things that I'm about to share with you in this video. Without wasting any more time, the first thing to do to get started is to figure out the strategy of the channel. And by strategy, I just mean deciding what your channel is actually going to talk about. You need to pick one specific topic, something that your whole channel will be based around. This could be stuff like bodybuilding, looks maxing, self-improvement, finance, whatever you want. But there's one very important thing to keep in mind, is that not all topics are equal. Some of them make way more money than others. And this is where your RPM comes into play. Because if you choose the right kind of topic, you can get crazy high RPM as big as it sounds like. To do that, you just need to follow 2 simple things. First, if you want high RPM, the topics in your videos should mainly target a US audience. That's simply because advertisers pay way more to get in front of Americans. Why? Americans have got higher purchasing power than any other country, which means they are way more likely to actually buy something off the internet. And that same rule applies to other places like the UK, Canada, and Australia. On one of my own channels, I've had videos with super high US audience. And that's exactly how I got a crazy RPM like $9 and even $18. So all you have to do is go with topics that mainly appeal to a US audience. Stuff like the US economy, American history, or even American culture, etc. The second thing to do if you want a higher RPM is that your content needs to appeal to older people. That's because older audiences have more money to spend. So advertisers are willing to pay more just to reach them. And that's why the viewers from older people equal higher RPMs. But even to get that high RPM in the first place, your channel has to be monetized. If you didn't know already, to join the YouTube Partner Program, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. For most people, that can take up to half a year just to even start making money, which straight up sucks. I faced that problem too when I was starting out, and I still get tons of DMs asking about this exact issue right now. So after digging around for a while, I found a way around it, and it's that you can actually get a pre-monetized account and skip the whole process. These are accounts that were organically grown and already monetized, so you can start earning as soon as you get the views. And to get one, there are sites like Monetize Profiles and a few others that offer these accounts to people. I won't go too deep into that here, it's just for people that ask for a fast solution to this problem. But if you want an entire video on pre-monetized accounts, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video on it. Anyways, the niche I'm going to use for this tutorial is American history. That way, I'm targeting both Americans and older people who love history. So we're hitting that sweet spot. So now that the niche is decided, the next step is setting up the branding of your channel, just like these ones did. The branding of these channels is super unique and clean, but we can easily make something similar using AI. So here's the plan. We're going to use their drawings as a reference and feed them into ChatGPT to generate a similar image based on whatever animal you decide to go with. So first, let's choose the animal. As you can see, these channels went with monkeys and gorillas, but you don't need to copy that. Instead, you can go with something different like a horse, a lion, a wolf, or literally any other animal that you like. Once you got your animal picked, we're going to use AI to generate your own custom version in the same exact style. We're going to need this for the profile and for the editing part later on in the video. So here's what you do. Take the picture I left in the step-by-step document you'll find with the link below. Download it and drop it into a new chat with ChatGPT. Then paste the prompt I gave you, which will make sure the new image has the same style as the original. After you hit generate and wait a bit, this is what you'll get. Looks very clean and we didn't have to draw anything. Now the only thing left is the channel name and banner. Now I'm not going to waste your time and show you how to do that too because look, I have them all done in 2 minutes. So now that your branding is ready, it's time to come up with the topics for your channel. Now when it comes to picking content ideas, you don't need to sit there thinking for hours. To make it simple, I'm just going to use ChatGPT and let it do the work for me. So first, go ahead and copy this next prompt from the document and paste it into a new ChatGPT chat. Before you hit send though, make sure to fill in the blank by writing down the kind of content your channel is about so ChatGPT knows exactly what ideas to give you. Once you hit generate, ChatGPT will give you a whole list of topics you can use. So all you have to do is go over them and pick the topic you want to get started with. Once that's done, you're now ready to move on to the next step, which is writing the script for that topic. Again, ChatGPT is our best friend here, and we're going to use it to write the script too. So go ahead and copy the next prompt into a new ChatGPT chat. But before you send it, there's one important step to make sure we get the best possible results. You're basically going to give ChatGPT a reference script from one of the videos on this channel. That way, it can look at the writing style and give you something similar. Now, don't worry, you're not copying it word for word. You can just use the Next-Lev extension, and with one click, it'll copy the full script from any video on that channel. Lastly, paste that into your prompt, then send it. And just like that, you'll get a full custom script written for your video. Once everything's looking good, you're ready for the next step, and that is generating a sexy voiceover for your script. For this part, you don't have to worry about recording the voiceover yourself, because even if your voice isn't that good, you can still generate voiceovers that sound very human and realistic using this AI tool called 11 Labs. So once you log into 11 Labs, the first thing you want to do is click on the Voices tab in the top left corner. That's where you'll find a whole list of voices you can play around with and click on any one of them to hear how they sound. You can find good voices like that, but for me, I just like to use the filters tool instead. So I'm going to set it to a British accent and make sure it's a young man. But most importantly, make sure to choose high quality voices, because these are the ones that sound so realistic you can't tell if it's AI. So once your filters are set, scroll through the results until you find a voice you like. When you do, just click on Use Voice right here. Now all that's left is to paste your script in the box, click Generate, and then download the final voiceover. And just like that, you've got your voiceover ready, which means now it's time to move on to editing the actual video. The step is going to be separated into 2 parts. The first part is making the visuals for the video using Canva. As you can see in the videos from this channel and the others, they all use these simple, clean animated visuals, and we're going to recreate that exact look. The second part is editing everything together in one full video using CapCut. So let's start with the visuals. First, log into your Canva account, start a new design, and make sure to set the ratio the same as this one right here. Basically, we're going to build the video frame by frame inside Canva, and then later we'll group all those visuals together into a full video. Don't worry, this won't take long since all we're really doing here is dragging and dropping stuff. So to start, drop in the character you generated earlier using ChatGPT, just like this. That way, the video keeps the same exact style that these channels use. Next, we're going to add some PNG elements on the sides to help visually explain what the script is saying. To do that, just make sure you're actually following the script while designing. So when we add the voiceover later in CapCut, it all lines up properly. For example, here I'm talking about American history. So I searched America in the Elements tab, dragged a few graphics, and dropped them into the page. It doesn't have to be history stuff specifically, you get the idea. Just search for things that relate to whatever part of the script you're on and drop them in. Now let's add some text on top of it all and make the scene complete. Click the text tab, then add heading, and write a quick line that explains what's going on in that frame. Customize the font, make it bold and clean, and resize everything so it looks perfect. Now just repeat the same process every other frame in your video. Start a new page at the bottom, add your character, drag in new elements, and throw in some text. After a few minutes, you should have a bunch of designs just like these. And all I did was repeat the process. Also, make sure you generate a few extra character images using ChatGPT. That way your viewers don't get bored seeing the same image over and over. Now, once all your visuals are ready, just download everything as PNGs. Click the download button. Make sure all pages are selected and save them to your device. Now, let's move into CapCut to actually edit the full video together. Open CapCut, start a new project, and import all your assets. The PNGs from Canva in your voiceover file. Then, just place everything onto the timeline in the right order. First, drop in your images one by one in the order they appear in your script. Next, put the voiceover under everything. Now, before we move on, there's something super important that most people miss. A lot of beginners leave in all the dead pauses in the voiceover, and that completely kills the flow of the video. So here's what you do. Zoom in on the timeline, find those awkward pauses, and use the cut tool to slice them out and delete them. Repeat that for all the other dead spaces, and it will make your video way better and less boring. Next, go through each part and make sure every visual matches what the voiceover is saying at that moment. If a visual is shorter than the audio, just stretch it out a bit. If it's too long, trim it down to match the voiceover timing. Once I do that for every section, the video ends up looking something like this. Now, as you can tell, it still feels a little flat and boring, so to fix that, we're going to add some sound effects. But don't worry, I already did the hard part for you. I made a full free sound effects pack with all the sounds I used in this tutorial. You can download it using the link below and use the exact sounds that I used to make this video feel way more alive. After I added all the sound effects and cleaned everything up, here's what the final version looks like.
Horse, cold, always cold, even when warm. Horse, still cold. Cold war, not cold like
It looks super
ice,
clean and we
but
didn't
cold
spend a
like
single
sun.
dollar to make it. Now, there's just one final piece to this whole process. Without it, even the best video won't get views and make you money at all. And that is the thumbnail of your video. Luckily for us though, the thumbnails in this niche are so simple we can just use ChatGPT again to make them for us. So simply go ahead to the step-by-step document and download this thumbnail so you can put it into ChatGPT as an example of the style. Then copy and paste this next prompt that will basically help you generate a thumbnail with a similar style using your own character. So make sure to paste the character image here too. And finally, make sure to fill in the blank by telling ChatGPT what your video is about just like this. So after all this and waiting for a couple of minutes, ChatGPT will give you something like this. Now just copy and paste that into Canva, then resize it to fit a thumbnail just like I did here. And to make sure we're not leaving a blank in this corner, we're going to add some stars or flags just like this. So resize everything, then download the final design as a PNG, and just like that, you now have a full video ready to be uploaded and go viral. Sadly though, this method doesn't work overnight, if I'm being honest. I won't guarantee like those gurus that you will upload this video and start making money next week. But what I guarantee you, however, is that if you do this right and keep uploading consistently, success is a no-brainer. By the way, if you want to get rid of this headache of manually finding niches that could make you a couple $1,000s a month, I got a simple solution for you. I made a whole community where I basically hand you over more than 10 niches every single month that could print you anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. And not only that, because I'm going to show you exactly how you can stand out and create content for each niche inside the program. To top it off, I'm showing you every single week the dead niches list, which is basically the list of niches you should completely avoid to not lose money like I did. Plus more guides and 4+ years of YouTube lessons to make it big and win on YouTube. If that's something that interests you, click the link below and join the community. Be quick if you're going to do that, since I'm increasing the price for every 5 people joining so I can maintain the quality of the community. That's it for today's video. See ya. I've been doing YouTube automation for over 4 years now, and let me tell you, this new ChatGPT 5 is the biggest shift we're ever going to see in the space. I made tens of thousands of dollars from my faceless channels, with even a single video making me 20K. And I can honestly say this is the biggest opportunity I've seen so far. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use ChatGPT 5 for faceless YouTube automation so you can make anywhere from $5,000 up to $15,000 a month, just like I've been doing. I'll walk you through everything from finding the niche, writing the scripts, making the thumbnails, all with the help of ChatGPT. And by the end, I reveal a secret strategy I use on all my channels to escape the zero view jail and trick the algorithm to push my videos no matter what. And just to be clear, this isn't going to be some low effort, non-monetizable AI slop tutorial. I'm going to show you something legit you can actually build, something that lasts and makes real money. Anyways, enough yapping. So to get started, the first thing we need is to pick a winning niche. This step doesn't need to be complicated because we're going to use a very simple method called the incognito method. Here's how it works. You basically use a private browser window to search on YouTube for hidden YouTube automation videos. As simple as it sounds. So first, open a new incognito tab and search for YouTube. The homepage will look like this at first. So to fix that, search for any niche that's part of the faceless YouTube automation space. For example, I searched for this one. Watch a couple videos in that niche, then refresh the homepage. From there, just keep scrolling and checking out the channels until you stumble on an interesting hidden niche. That's how I found this channel right here. It's a great example and we're going to use it for this video. But before I move on, I want to quickly mention that if you want to make this niche finding process way easier and faster, I started a program where I literally hand you over 10 plus viral YouTube automation niches being updated every single week. And to make sure you succeed with them, I'll also give you full guides and lessons to walk you through the process inside a community where I basically help you from A to Z with all your problems and questions. If you're interested, click the link below. Alright, so now that we've locked in our niche, it's time for us to find topics for it. This is where the new ChatGPT 5 comes in. And by the way, it's available for free users too, so literally anyone can do this. What we're going to do here is generate topics based on our niche. All you need to do is to open the step-by-step document I left in the description, copy the first prompt, and paste it into a new chat. From there, just fill in the blanks with your niche and hit generate. Give it a few seconds, and you'll get a list of topics you can go through and choose one that you want to start with. Now that we've got our topic, it's time to write the script for it. Again, we're going to use ChatGPT 5 for this part too. The good news is this new model is way better at writing and we can definitely use it to create viral scripts. So go back to the document, copy the next prompt, and paste it into the chat. After that, fill in the blank with your topic, like this. And one more important step is to copy and paste your competitor's script right here. Don't worry, it's simple because using the Next Level extension, you can just copy it like this and paste it in. Then hit generate, and as you can see, we now have a complete script that's ready for the next step, and that is giving it a sexy voiceover. For this part, you don't have to worry about recording the voiceover yourself. Because even if your voice isn't that good, you can still generate voiceovers using this AI tool called 11 Labs. So once you log into 11 Labs, the first thing you want to do is click on the Voices tab in the top left corner. That's where you'll find a whole list of voices you can play around with and click on any one of them to hear how they sound. You can find good voices like that, but for me, I just like to use the filters tool instead. So I'm going to set it to a British accent and make sure it's a young man. But most importantly, make sure to choose high quality voices, because these are the ones that sound so realistic you can't tell if it's AI. So once your filters are set, scroll through the results until you find a voice you like. When you do, just click on Use Voice right here. Now all that's left is to paste your script into the box, click Generate, and then download the final voiceover. And just like that, you've got your voiceover ready, which means now it's time to move on to editing the actual video. Now for this part, you're not going to be using some overly complicated paid software like Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. Instead, go with a beginner-friendly tool like CapCut. It's free and super easy to use. In this tutorial though, I'm not going to go deep into how to edit videos for this niche step by step. But if you want me to make a video covering that in detail, let me know in the comments. Alright, with that out of the way, we're now at what I consider the most important step in this entire process, the thumbnail for your video. This part is super important because even if you have the best video in the world, if your thumbnail is trash, you're just not going to get views or go viral. But when you do have a great thumbnail, this is what happens. So let me walk you through how I make a thumbnail for this niche using Canva. First, head over Canva and start a new design, and click on YouTube thumbnail right here. The first thing we're going to do is generate the image using ChatGPT 5. I'm just going to copy the prompt from the document and paste it into the chat, and then I'll get something like this. Now, copy and paste that into your design, and make sure to resize it so it fits. To add text, click the text tab, choose add heading, and write something interesting that complements your title just like this. Make it pop by changing the font to something bold and clean, and add a black border around it just like this. Once everything looks good, click download as a PNG, and there you go. You now have a fully made video from A to Z. Now, here comes the most important part of this entire tutorial, the step that solves the zero view jail problem that almost everyone faces in YouTube automation. For this, I have a really simple solution that I follow for every single one of my channels, and that is using what's called an aged account. An aged account is just a YouTube account that has been around for anywhere between 3 to 15 years. The reason you use this type of account is because YouTube naturally trusts them more. They've been on the platform for a long time, and YouTube sees them as real accounts and not bots. A lot of people ask me where to actually get these accounts from. Well, the only trusted place I can recommend is this site called Monetize Profiles. If you don't already have one, you can get it from there. Now, I do want to say, you can still make this work with a regular account. It's just going to take longer for YouTube to trust you and to start pushing your videos. One last thing though, if you pick a really bad niche, even an aged account won't save you from zero view jail. I'm saying this after 4 years of experience on YouTube, uploading hundreds of videos, making tens of thousands of dollars with them. That's actually why I recently launched my new program, Faceless Hustlers, where I hand you everything you need to make YouTube automation work. I'm talking about 10+ winning niches every single week, dead niche lists, guides, tools, prompts, and direct guidance from me, answering all your questions so you can make those niches work and finally start making money. If you're interested, click the link below to check it out. But be quick, because once 5 more people join, I'm raising the price to keep the quality of the program high. And from there, it's only going up. So it's basically now or never. Anyways, that's it for the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Pablo was here. AI ASMR content is literally printing teenagers online thousands of dollars while AI does all the work for them. Check this channel, for example. Just last month, they made roughly $10,000 just from shorts that are made entirely using AI. And these other accounts are doing the same thing and getting millions of views and printing thousands of dollars. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how you can copy this trend and start your own faceless YouTube channel without spending a cent on software. I even made my own version using free AI tools in less than 15 minutes, and I'll show you how to do it too with no need for VO3 or any other paid software. Nobody's explained this method like I'm about to, because I've studied every video out there, every mistake people faced, and built a smarter way to do it, and now I'm giving it all to you. Now, before we get into the tutorial, I just want to mention real quick that we're going to be using a lot of software and prompts for this method to work. That's why I made a completely free step-by-step document that has all the links and tools you'll need. You'll find the link below. Anyways, to get started, the first thing we need is to generate the prompts we're going to need. This is the foundation of the entire video, and if you get this part right, like I'm about to show you, the rest becomes super easy. Here's what you do. Open ChatGPT and click on the box that says GPTs and search for one called Make ASMR Images and Prompts. This tool is designed to give you detailed image prompts based on whatever you type in. But more importantly, the prompts it generates are styled just like the ones you see in all the viral AI ASMR videos that are trending right now. So for example, if I type in something like red pineapple, it will instantly generate a full detailed prompt, perfectly formatted for creating those high quality aesthetic ASMR style images. Now that we've got our prompt, let's actually generate the image. There's 2 ways you can do this. First, you can keep using the same ChatGPT chat and let it generate the image for you directly. All you have to do is type generate the image and it will ask whether you want a TikTok or YouTube format. Choose TikTok so the image fits perfectly in the shorts layout, and it will generate the image for you right after that. But if you want a bit more control and flexibility, I recommend using a site called Leonardo AI. Don't worry, you don't need a subscription. They give you 150 free credits every day, which is more than enough to generate all the images you need for this tutorial. So once you're logged in to Leonardo AI, the first thing you want to do is click on the Images tab. This is where the magic happens. Take the prompt you got from ChatGPT and paste it into the prompt box. To make the results look as close as possible to those viral ASMR videos, make sure you select the Lucid Realism model. It's the best one for this kind of content. Before you hit generate, also make sure that the image format is set to TikTok ratio. Now hit generate, and just like that, it will give you 4 different images to choose from. Pick the best out of one of them, and once that's done, you're ready to move on to the next step, animating the image. This is where most people start to get stuck. They watch tutorials that use VO3, which is paid and not even available to everyone, and they have no idea what free tools can give similar results. So I did the digging for you, and after testing a bunch of options, the best free AI animation tool I found is called Kling AI. It lets you generate smooth animations with sound, and when you sign up, they give you 160 free credits right away. If you join my free Discord community with the link below, I'll even show you how to unlock unlimited credits with this simple trick, no cap. Anyways, once you create your account, click on the Assets tab and upload the image you just made. Then click on the image and select Generate Video. Now before you do anything else, make sure to manually switch to the 1.6 Kling model. That's the one you want to use. I've seen a lot of people use the newer models and then wonder why the animation takes 3 hours to finish. The 1.6 model only takes around 5 minutes, and the results are still super clean and perfect for this type of content. Now it's time to write your animation prompt, and this part's actually pretty simple. You don't need to overcomplicate anything, just describe exactly what you want to happen in the scene. For example, you could say something like, "A hand is cutting the pineapple with soft slicing sounds." And once you've done that, make sure to turn on the Deep Seek feature. It gives more detail to your animation prompt, so you can get a better result. So after everything's set, just hit generate, wait a few minutes, and you're done. As you can see, the animation looks super realistic, and really close to what you get from VO3, and we didn't spend a single cent to do it. Now just do this for more images by repeating the exact same process. Generate the prompts, then the image, and lastly animate them exactly like how I showed you. By the end, you'll have a set of short animated clips that are perfect for the next steps, and the most important one, editing the video. Now, the reason this part matters is because we're going to use editing to make our videos stand out from all the other AI ASMR stuff out there. We're not just going to slap a random clip on the screen because that's what most people did. Instead, we're adding some little details that actually make people want to watch the entire video. And to achieve that, we're going to use this editing tool called CapCut. It's hands down the easiest and most beginner-friendly editing tool out there that literally anyone could get started with for this tutorial. So once you log into your account, click on Start a New Project and start a new one. Before you add everything, make sure you set the aspect ratio to vertical because you want your videos to look perfect on TikTok and Shorts. Then drag all your animated clips onto the timeline, one after another just like this, so you can start putting the video together. Next, let's add a caption at the top to hook people and keep them watching. So go to the text section, click Add Text, and then type something like, "Which of these AI ASMRs is the best?" This would help us get people to watch the entire video so they can answer this question. So after you do that, make the text bold and resize it so it's big and grabs attention. Then adjust your clips so they line up nicely with the text, and make sure to crop out the watermark down here. Lastly, click Export and choose the highest quality settings, something like this. So here's what the final video looks like. You made the entire video, but don't get too comfortable just yet, because no matter how good your video looks, if you don't post it the right way with the right SEO strategy, it's probably not going to get the views it deserves. And it's really all about your SEO strategy. Basically, SEO just means putting the right keywords and tags on your video so YouTube knows exactly who to show it to. Think of it like helping the algorithm help you. Now, I'm not some SEO expert myself, so I just use this tool called vidIQ to handle it for me. With vidIQ, you can generate your video's title, description, tags, and even find trending keywords all using AI. All you really gotta do is give your video topic and it'll do the rest. So once you create an account, click on the Create button in the left menu, then select Generate. That's the tab where you can get everything done. Title, description, tags, all in one place. Start by typing your video's topic in the box right here. I'll just write AI ASMR. In a few seconds, AI will generate everything for you all in one place. As you can see, it gave me a bunch of popular keywords like AI ASMR cutting, which means there's a solid demand for this kind of content we're making. Now it's time to actually upload the video to YouTube. Head over to your channel, click on Upload Video, and select your video file. Once that's loaded in, start by adding your title. Just write something like this, or copy the one from vidIQ. Then move on to the description. Copy the one vidIQ generated and paste it right into the description box. After that, scroll down to the tags section and add in tags vidIQ suggested. Once it all looks good, hit publish, and just like that, you now have an uploaded video ready to go viral and print you money. So to sum it up, first you generate a prompt using GPT, then create an image with it, and finally animate it. You repeat this process for several other images, which you'll use at the end to make one final video and upload it. It sounds pretty simple and easy, but I'm not gonna lie and tell you you'll find success doing this overnight. What I will say is that if you actually apply everything I showed you and stay consistent, success becomes a no-brainer. It's going to take time, effort, and a lot of grinding. And along the way, you're definitely going to run into problems and obstacles that'll slow you down. That's exactly why I created a free Discord community so I can help answer your questions and so you can connect with other people just like you who are trying to make YouTube automation work. If you made it this far, make sure to subscribe to Pablo AI, the sexiest channel that shows you how to escape the matrix. If you like this course, amigo, don't forget to join my free Discord community with the link in the description below. If you want to take a shortcut and print money as soon as possible, check out my paid community in my bio. Have a nice day, amigo.